my name is Kirsty and I'm a Senior Communications Officer with the Scottish SPCA. When the coronavirus outbreak happened, myself and quite a lot of other staff signed up to be part of the Society's fostering programme. It just meant that we could give animals a break from a kennel environment, and we could also help with any kind of potential capacity issues that any of our centres might have. I also kind of thought it might be a cool thing to do during lockdown, help an animal out, and especially when I had a lot of time on my hands and wasn't able to go anywhere. And it was all very weird because obviously we had to social distance, so everything had to take place through the car window, all the signing the forms, all the tablets that we had for him and everything. And then he got brought out and just got put in our car, and it was oh, okay, we've got a dog now. When we first got him home, he did have a few issues. He was just a bit excitable and stuff, needed a few manners kind of taught to him, and he had also kind of regressed a wee bit with his toilet training just because he'd been in a kennel environment. So that was fine. We just went back to basics with him, took him out every half an hour to an hour, just kind of re-taught it to him, and within a week he was back up to speed. He'd remembered what he was doing. And then we found out that we would go to trying to do meet and greets in a kind of safe social distance way. So I was oh right, okay, so we'll have him for another couple of weeks, and then he'll go off to his forever home. And then something happened that kind of put a spanner in the works. Probably kind of beginning mid last week, I thought there was something kind of strange about one of Tiger's eyes. It didn't quite look right if you looked at it in certain lights. I thought maybe I was just being a mad, paranoid pet owner, but I decided to speak to Glasgow Centre and ask them to get a vet to take a look at the picture that I'd taken that showed the difference in his eyes. Basically the next day the vet phoned me back and said, yeah, no, that's not normal, can you bring him in straight away? So I brought him in and couldn't even go into the appointment with him because of coronavirus, so I had to sit in the car park, which was awful, because I didn't know how he was in the vet or how he would be with the vet staff, if he would be in pain or if he'd be scared, or and they came back out with him and basically said he needs to have his eye removed, and we're going to take him in just now. So I basically had to drive back home with no dog, and then he got his eye out on the next day. Yeah, so I have been a wreck for the past 2 days. I haven't slept. I've just been pretty much walking about the house crying about a dog, which has been fun. And he stayed in kennels for a wee bit longer just to let the eye heal and keep him kind of calm. And then after a week he was able to come back to us. And at that point I was just I can't give somebody else this dog. Somebody else cannot have this dog. This is my dog. So we made the decision to adopt him. He's just a really good dog. He's just fit in really well here. He's dead easy going. He's quite happy to just sleep on the sofa with you, but he'll also run about mad when it's time to go for a walk or go to the park or something. So yeah, he's just come and lived with us, and I can't imagine not having him here now. If anybody is thinking about taking part in a foster programme or anything like that, I would thoroughly recommend it. I would just say just be prepared to maybe end up with an animal at the end of it. Yeah, I would really recommend it. Or if you're thinking about adopting an animal, go for it, because they're just so happy and so grateful to be in a home and have somebody to look after them. Yeah, I think we can't imagine not having him now.